Any crumbs in my beard? Can you see any crumbs? Beard crumbs? What's up? I'm Trent Windsor and we're here in search of the perfect shuffle. It's time for another segment of Clearing Out the Archives where I shuffle my music and whichever album pops up, that's the album I review song by song. If a song is more than 50% skippable, if I would skip it more than half the time, I say get rid of it. And if it is less than 50% skippable, if I would listen to it more than half the time, then I say it's a great addition for your perfect shuffle. Last time we shuffled our music and we landed on What a Time to Be Alive by Drake and Future. Drake is probably the most infamous soft boy of rap, and Future is one of the most infamous flexers in all of rap. So you bring those two together and it's a really weird combination. These two artists have said so little about this mixtape, it was hard for me to get really any background information. Future even said confusingly in one interview that it never happened.
Lastly, What a Time to Be Alive.
It never happened.
All of this makes it seem kind of like a forgotten mixtape. I mean, the album art is just a stock photo of diamonds. It's literally a stock image. Was this album really worth forgetting? Let's find out as I review it song by song. The first song on this mixtape, this album, what's the difference between a mixtape and an album? I don't know. I think we're using those words interchangeably nowadays. But the first song is called Digital Dash. Digital Dash is a reference to the digital dashboard of their high-tech cars. So we're already starting off with a flex here. This song has one of the most annoying beats of all time. The main sample, it sounds really whiny. It sounds like it's awful. It's terrible. Metro Boomin had a real lapse of judgment here when he made this beat because it hurts my ears and it hurts my soul. What do we learn from this song? We learn that Future hides his dope in the bushes. FBI take note. Other than that, Future pretty much just has cars, drugs, and hoes. In that order. We also learn that Drake Harlem shakes through the pressure. I can just imagine Drake being like,
So stressed. Okay, Drake. Okay, Aubrey, get it together, man.
Honestly, Drake's bars are alright, Future's are unintelligible, which is just the pattern, the trend for this whole album. This song itself is 65% skippable. Next we have Big Rings. In this one, there's just some ridiculously slow flows. For Drake, this is totally uncharacteristic. It's at a tempo that I probably could freestyle at. Changed my mind, maybe I couldn't freestyle at that speed. It still is just so slow for Drake that it just sounds so scant and really just half done. Future actually fits right in at this tempo and actually lays down his best bars of the album. Unfortunately, the chorus is really grating, it's very repetitive. Basically, Drake and his team need big rings and very nice things. And if you don't get that by the end of the song, you have not been listening, or you went deaf when you heard the beat from Digital Dash, and I don't blame you. The beat is alright. Future honestly does a decent job, but Drake ruins it. This one is 55% skippable. The third song is called Live from the Gutter. This one is a complete oxymoron. They're talking about how they're live from the gutter, they come from the gutter, they have nothing, but also they have so much that they could buy the gutter. So do they have nothing or do they have everything? It doesn't matter because the song still sucks. Future also tells us in this song that he laughs like, ah! Which I know that he laughs like, so it was just a lie. Imagine if somebody said something funny and all you did was, ah! This is one of the songs on the album, and I feel like this about a lot of the songs on this album. The beat is just so bare bones. It's so stripped down and really scant that it just makes the song drag so hard. So for this song, I would say it's 75% skippable. Song number 4 is called Diamonds Dancing. This is one that received a lot of critical acclaim. Pitchfork named it Best New Track. Let's start off with the good things about this song. The hook goes pretty hard. The lyrics for the hook are really just diamonds, 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 diamonds on me dancing over and over again. But the beat goes hard, the production goes hard during that hook. The hook is probably 10 seconds. We'll be optimistic and say that it's 40 seconds worth of the song. Now let's talk about the bad parts of the song. This is where we start crying the big rapper tears. Let's start off with Drake. Drake talks about how when he gets home, his girl better not be talking on the phone like she always does. Bro, who cares if she's talking on the phone when you get home? You were gone. She's allowed to talk on the phone. So big rapper tier, Drake's girlfriend talks on the phone when he gets home. Also, some girl won't text Drake back. Oh, and he just gets so bitter. Talks about how ungrateful she is. This is 3 big rapper tiers right here because Drake just gets so butthurt about it. Let's talk about Future. Future's big problem is that he has so many hoes, he almost doesn't even want them. Can I get an F in the chat? Let's get an F in the chat. So these boys have some real problems in their life. The other bad part of the song is that while these boys are being sad boys, the beat doesn't do them any favors and is once again very scant and super boring. So this song as well is 75% skippable. The next song is called Scholarships, another slow song, another super lame beat. They talk about how they're balling out of control. They can't control themselves. They're just balling so hard. I don't know what they mean by that. Yeah, so this one's 85% skippable. Just skip it, man. Song number 6 is called Plastic Bag. This one is fake deep. And this one, Drake kind of focuses on what happens after the strip club closes down. And the strippers have to use their plastic bags to collect the money that they earned. And maybe there's supposed to be some sort of deeper sentiment behind that. But then he just goes on to talk about how it was a good night for them to be dancing because Drake rolled in with some bands. So pretty insufferable message, pretty terrible beat. This one is 90% skippable. The 7th song on this album is called I'm the Plug. This beat is so repetitive that it hurts. It just hurts. One big takeaway I got from this song though, Future talks about how he drops a couple whoop-de-whoops in his cup, which is now my favorite euphemism for pills, a whoop-de-whoops. Drake actually lays down a really decent verse on this song, but Future and especially the terrible beat just ruin this song. It's another one that's 55% skippable. Song number 8 is called Change Locations. Future said that he has 60 naked girls. No exaggeration. In my personal opinion, 60 naked women? Too many. Future also takes it upon himself to write the word piling 4 times in a row. And here's another song where we actually get a decent verse from Drake, but the slow and scant beat bring it all the way down to 65% skippable. Song number 9 is called Jumpman. Woo! We made it. Woo! Praise the Lord, we made it. We have some energy, finally. Which has been so lacking this whole album. This is the song to listen to on the album. It's all over, definitely the most popular one. I love this super energetic, super cool, kind of quirky beat. I love Drake and Future both just coming and hitting it hard. I really wish this song was the rule and not the exception for this album because it really is so great. It makes me want to move. It really gets me out of my seat. This one is 25% skippable. Alright, back to the cruddy songs. Number 10 is called Jersey. The last 2 songs on this album are solo endeavors. Future takes on song number 10 and he just kind of mumbles and slurs his way through a song, working over another slow, boring beat. So this one is 65% skippable. Song number 11 is called 30 for 30 Freestyle, and it's just Drake. The whole point of this song is wham wham, everyone is against me, big rapper tears, out the wazoo. Drake's specialty, honestly. It's kind of a cool stream of consciousness freestyle over a lush beat. Drake does pretty decent, and let's be honest, he was always the better half of this duo. This song is 45% skippable, and the only other song I think you should keep from this album. Adding up the numbers, doing all the math, this album as a whole is 64% skippable. Now this mixtape is a huge testament that just because you have 2 big stars doesn't mean that they're gonna work well together. I really don't blame the artist for not talking about this album because it really is just so forgettable for the most part. Let me tell you, this is one of the few times where writing a review has just pained me so much because I just was so tired of listening to these songs over and over again. They just have such little replay value. And I guess this is just as good a time as any to let you know that there are rumors that there will be a What a Time to Be Alive 2. Let's shuffle our music, see which album I'll be reviewing next.
Alright, so we're just going to go into our music library now. Go ahead and hit albums and hit shuffle. Alright, looks like the next album I'll be reviewing is 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance.
If you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications. There's no music videos for this album, but I will link a video for Jumpman below. If you want to keep up with the music that I review and the new additions that I talk about in my new additions videos, and the ones that I don't talk about, go ahead and check me out on Stationhead. It's an app where anybody can have a radio station. My radio station is at Shuffle Perfect, and it is playing 24/7. I'm Trent Windsor, and this is the Perfect Shuffle. Ooh, I'm getting fiery. I'm fired up. Charged up. Drake, let's go.